everybody, this is Brian.
And I'm Logan. And this is Tops. I will never get old. We're Crush Cards! Hi team! Happy Tuesday! Oh my god! Hi!
Tuesday.
How are you doing, my little prismatic babes? This is Middles, by the way. For those of you who haven't seen Middles in all of his full-grown glory, this is Middles. He's a new son of ours. He was sent to us by a lovely subscriber named Amber, and we are a very big fan of our new son, Middles. And then this is Bottoms. You guys all know who Bottoms is. Bottoms has been hanging out for a while with us, but he's just another son in his own right. So this is Bottoms. Okay, now that we've talked about all of our kids, let's talk about the actual video we're doing today.
Welcome to Breakfast and Banlists,
Yay,
guys.
Breakfast and Banlists. But we don't want breakfast because we're not hungry. And we're on a diet,
Yep.
and we just really don't want to eat this morning.
Yeah, breakfast is very carb heavy. We're not having carbs, so we have coffee instead.
Not even that. Like, we do usually have breakfast. It's just today I'm not feeling it. We woke up late. when you get in that funk and you can't eat breakfast, that's how I feel right now. So we're having coffee. So it's coffee and Banlists.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, wow. I love your mug. Where'd you get it?
This is the prototype.
Oh, yours is the
This
beta
is the
version.
prototype.
Just kidding. Oh wow, Logan, where'd you get your mug? Oh well, I'll tell you. Go down into the merch shelf and you'll see the shirt, the Sub Squad shirts, and you'll also see the You Matter mug, which is $13.99 and ships internationally and all over the place. It's pretty great. It's super cute if you're looking at it. It's got the Crush Cards logo on the front with Tops' sweet, perfect face, and then if you're left-handed, don't worry, I got you. You have on the back it says You Matter, because that's what I say at the end of every video. So that's why it's called the You Matter mug. So if you're left-handed, all good. If you just want to have You Matter staring at you while you sip your coffee for you right-handies, all good. So I designed this mug. I think it's perfect. Tastes great. But yeah, that's available in the merch shelf on our Teespring. Highly recommend getting one. Supports the channel and it'll look super cute. And there's shirts. New shirts coming soon. Tank tops, summer swag.
Woo!
So we are officially 10 days within the no sooner than date, which means it's time to talk about the hopefully upcoming ban list.
And you know why? Because last time we decided we were going to do a Breakfast and Banlist
the
about
ban list dropped that
8
day.
days beforehand, and we still missed it. So thanks, Konami.
Yeah,
sooner than. Just kidding. It's actually like 8 days sooner than. So we're 10 days sooner than, and hopefully this actually gets to go up.
Yeah, we did our last Breakfast and Ban list, and literally we were posting it. It was uploading.
Yep.
And literally the ban list dropped, and we were like, you have got to be kidding me. We were so mad. So now we're like, we're 10 days ahead. But I had a dream last night where the ban list dropped, and I like woke up in like cold sweats and living fear. But I had some premonitions, so we'll have to see based on this video if they actually come true. We were pretty close on the last one.
Yeah, we were pretty close. And then the rest of it just eviscerated us. The last ban list left me specifically just very, very, very sad.
I don't think this ban list will be very big because there hasn't been like any real sanctioned play, and we're just starting to segue back into IRL.
And that's like
playing.
even if we get a ban list, like with everything going on, there might not actually be one. They might push it back until we actually get sanctioned events.
I think they'll do something because there's definitely been online events and like things have been noticeably abusable, and I think there will be a ban list, it just won't be as big. I think the next format is going to be wild. I think they're going to hit a ton of stuff, especially with the Rise of the Duelist sets coming out and all the new stuff, and Armageddon, isn't that coming out soon too?
Yep.
I think that one will be really heavy, this one. I feel like it's every other format or two that they really hit. So, but before we talk about the ban list, we need you to do one thing, or two things, or three things, depending on what you want to do. Subscribe to the channel. Okay, it's forced. You could subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That'd be really nice because then you get to be a part of this chaos, and it's a lot of fun being with us all the time, every day, all day. And then, if you haven't done that, or if you are doing that, please check out our Instagram, which is @CrushCardsYGO. We're on there all the time. We respond to messages. We're super active on the Instagram. It's a whole bunch of fun parties and yay, confetti. And then we also have a Discord. It's in the description box down below. All of the links are in the description box down below. We have a Discord. It's super wholesome, super fun. We do a lot of really fun shenanigans. It's a great time. And then last but not least, we have a Patreon. If you want to further support the channel, we would absolutely love it if you did. June 1st is coming real soon, so you get those benefits as soon as they start, and it'll be absolutely great. And we have some of the best benefits in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, and it's a good old time, fam. But that's my spiel. Everything's in the description box down below. Let's talk about the ban list.
So starting off with our banned cards, we only have a few of them on this list, but the first one is obviously Jet Synchron. Everybody knows that this card is just a 1 card, 3, 4, 5 negates depending on what, and like depending on the other combos too, it draws you 3, 4, 5 cards. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous off of 1 card, and not only do you play it at 3, you play it at 6 because you can play 3 tuning, which might be on this list too, but just Jet Synchron is ridiculous. The ability to
everyone's playing it.
Yeah, it's a level 1 too, which makes it really, really recurable. Just because you can link Rebo into the graveyard, special it back, and and just it's a free needle fiber. It's a 1-card needle fiber, and it's searchable. So like the card is just really, really busted. And I personally think that Jet Synchron has the biggest target on its back on this list right here.
Yeah, and it's also just everyone's playing it. Like, it's in every deck right now. Like, every online tournament, everyone's playing Jet. Like, topping decks are playing Jet. It's just like, the card's gone. Like, there's no way that Konami's gonna be like, yes, continue playing this card. Because if, like, real format comes back and you start playing, it's just,
No, it's brutal.
it's gonna be miserable. So they're gonna hit the card. It's unfortunate, but bye-bye, Jet. Yeah. Next up on the banned section, we have a card that might be banned. It's been talked about in other ban list videos. It is up for debate as to whether or not it will be banned, but Moon Glacia, it's a hand loop card, and we know that Konami doesn't really condone cards that provide a hand loop. It rips cards out of your opponent's hands. It's searchable. It's not friendly to the user. We all know how Konami feels about that. I personally think the card should go.
Yeah.
Like, if it's ripping multiple cards out of your opponent's hands.
And then they just got the Minstrel card
Yeah, they
too.
just got
so
Minstrel and
another
Eternity code.
So like that's
It's
crazy.
ridiculous. Like, I don't feel like your opponent's starting with 2 cards in their hand or 3 cards. It's just that's not okay.
Not fun.
Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, they might hit it, they probably won't. I don't know.
It's only in 1 deck, what makes it like not super splashable.
Yeah.
But for that 1 deck, like so the strategy to be to rip 3-4 cards out of your hand first turn, sucks.
I mean,
it feels really bad.
Yeah. So.
And then on top of that, like they set up like 2, 3, 4, 5 negates, and it's like, can you even play through that? Like it's not a fair combo. So
yeah, like I mean, if it doesn't get hit, I won't be super surprised. But if it does, I also won't be super surprised.
Next on this list, the last banned card that could transition into maybe limited because we don't know where it's going to fall, but Block Dragon is definitely going to take somewhat of a hit. Block Dragon is absolutely insane. A lot of Adamantipator players were playing this card at 1 and then they just realized how great the card was. We've been playing it a lot too. And it like you just play it at 3 now. Even if you can search the card, if you open it, it's just ridiculous because not only do you have an additional plus to search off of your Gallic Granite, but now you can just search 3 more cards once you link it away. The card's insane. So getting those pluses, those 3 more resources in your hand turn 1 is just really ridiculous. And then being able to do it again on your opponent's turn when you link it away with your IP for a Unicorn to bounce. Like you just got an interruption and search 3 more. Like you search 6 cards in 2 turns. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. However, I do think if they ban the card, I don't think it'll really change a whole lot other than free up space in the deck. I'm playing Adamantipator and I don't rely on Black Dragon. Like yes, it's an amazing extender. It's a fantastic card, definitely helps. But like you don't need it.
It's a win more card.
Yeah, it's like a win more. But I don't think it'll really like do any detriment to the deck if it's gone. So it'll still be a tier 1 deck.
So that being said, that is going to wrap it up for our banned cards and or like slash limited. So we're going to transition right into our limited cards.
If there are any cards that you think should be banned that we didn't talk about, put it in the comments and let us know why.
And why? And why? Don't just say like I think this card should be banned because I don't like it. Why should it be banned?
Yeah, why don't
Let us know.
Tell me who hurt you. Alright, moving on to limited, which means you get 1 whole copy of this card. We're going to start off with Magical Meltdown, which is something that I have every other day. So, if we're going to hit Invoked, I guess this is the card to hit, because I don't think they're going to hit Alistair. I don't think they're going to hit anything else. They're not going to hit Invocation. Yeah. I think if you're going to hit something...
If they did,
that would be rad.
Can you tell we don't like Invoked?
But yeah, I don't think they're going to hit Invocation. So, Magical Meltdown mostly because you can't respond to the fusion summoning of any like Invocation monsters, which is just ridiculous. Like, you can't respond to it? Like, okay, I guess I'll just sit here and let you put your negates on board and I'll just die, I guess. Like... It's just, I don't know.
And it's really like, it does give you that consistency because it gives you, like, Alistair, you have 3, you play Terraforming, and then you play the 3 Meltdowns. You play 7 copies of it. So cutting down the consistency, it still allows you to play the Invoked engine. You just don't have as many copies of it in your deck. So a lot of people have kind of strayed away from the Shaddoll Invoked variant, and a lot of people are now kind of playing the Invoked Eldritch variant. Invoked is just a really good deck. A lot of people, our boy Slim is still playing Mech Knight Invoked. So Invoked is just an engine that you can just splash in any deck, and it just either provides you an Omni game, or you can set up different like OTKs through it. So having Meltdown literally cuts down the consistency of the engine. So maybe they will hit Invoked, and we're kind of hoping for it.
I also just think that field spells like that just should not be allowed to be searched so easily. Like Konami already doesn't like field spell reliant decks like Rip Terraforming.
Terraforming it too, man.
Yeah. But I just think that that's a field spell that definitely needs to be limited.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Going on to our next card. This is something that no one has talked about, and we have literally said it in every single one of our videos. Go check out all of our other previous ban list predictions, but Galatea.
Oh my god, Galatea to 1.
Man,
Girsu is a legal card now.
Orcus just got some of the most insane support with the Mech Knight Girsu. The card is ridiculous. We have 3 copies and we've been testing it already. The deck is nuts. And just being able to recur Galatea every single turn, like, it's wonky.
And having 3 of her?
It's wonky.
Like,
and I do think that, like, Orcus has already been a meta deck for over a year, and it's already on its way back to the top tiers, if it's not there already. So we just, like, I really do think that we need to put Orcus in check. We don't need to make the deck unplayable, because it's definitely incredible. It's fun, and it's a really good engine too. Like, once again, all these decks and all these like cores are just engines you can splash in something else. So
hitting Harp did nothing.
Yeah, hitting Harp did. I mean, it made
now it didn't.
I would argue hitting Harp definitely made it a little bit less consistent, but the deck is still very, very playable. The Nightmare and the World Wand combo is just super, super consistent still, and it's just really easy.
Girsu just made that deck tier 1 all over again.
Incredible.
Like,
so I do think there needs to be a check to Orcus, whether it is Galatea to 1 or whether it's something else. Let us know in the comment section down below.
Just put Galatea to 1. It still will be playable. You'll just have to, you know, big brain it a lot more. So I don't know. We've been saying Galatea to 1 for a while. I'm just hoping we'll speak it into existence.
Yeah.
I don't know. Love you, Galatea, but no, I actually don't. You're evil. Watch the lore video. New one coming Thursday. And then next on the limited list, we have Sunlight Wolf, which I have also been saying should be limited for quite a while. Salads, still, just like Orcus, has been very good and is a budget deck and has been very good for over a year now. It is time.
It's like a tier 1.5 deck that costs you like $50.
Yeah, like
everyone has access to it, and it's been a meta deck for 2 years now. Like, I think it's time we bring it down the ladder.
Yeah, we've been saying this for a couple formats. Like, Salads is still really good. They're still topping events. Like, they're still doing just fine. That deck is ridiculously consistent, and it's crazy how good it is. Like, it needs to be put in check, just like Orcus. Like, it's just going to be like last summer. It's going to be the same format of Salad and Orcus. It's just like with more decks being tier 1. It's just going to be more decks, and it's like, okay, cool, but like at the same time, it's just going to be rampant of like the same 5 decks.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Okay, let's do something about it.
Especially with like a lot of players coming back into the game and just a lot of new players. Salad is a really, really consistent deck, and just the fact that it's so affordable makes it, I don't want to say it's like unfair, because the deck is very fair at what it does, but it does it super duper consistently, and I would argue out of the list of like the top 5 to 10 even meta decks, it's the most budget friendly, and everyone has access to it, which isn't a bad thing, but I think the real issue is that it has already been that top tier deck for so long. Like, let's just clear a little bit of room for some new decks to come in. I mean, now we have Adamantipator, now we have Eldritch, but we still are seeing Invoke, we're still seeing Shaddolls, we're still seeing Salad. Freaking
Dinosaurs.
Ryan, we love you, buddy, but we're still seeing Sky Striker. Like, it's crazy. Like, it literally, and Orcus, like, it really feels like 2019 all over again. And then just real quick, these are cards that probably won't get hit, but a lot of search cards I think may have targets on their back, such as Tuning, which is something that we mentioned before, and then also Dinosaurs is a really, really big deck right now, and no one has talked about it. I don't think it's going to be up for a hit, but if it is, with the brand new support of the Animador and Archosaur, I think Fossil Dig to 1 might be a reasonable hit.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to hit Ovi.
Ovi's not going to get hit. I don't think Ovi is the problem card at this point. I think it's Fossil Dig, because it's not a hard once per turn. You can open multiple copies and use multiple copies. Like, you can search out Ovi, you can search out Rex, you can search out Miscellaneous, you can search out Animador Darkstore. Like, oh my god, you can search literally anything. Anything in the deck. Like, you can search it, and it's just, that's a problem. Like, I don't think Ovi is a problem. Like, Ovi is at least once per turn. Like, Fossil Dig is not. So I think if they hit Fossil Dig, sure, whatever. I don't think so, because I don't think Dinosaurs have done enough, even in this like online format. Like, I could see it. I will totally not be surprised. But like, if they don't, I also will be like, okay.
Yeah. Dinosaurs are a really good deck. We definitely have an updated profile for that coming soon, so stay tuned.
We finally got our little shiny boy. It's gonna be fun. Yay. And speaking of cards that are searching being a problem, wow, you know, it would be really cool that we brought back that like doesn't let you search stuff? Colossus! Oh my god! like a big purple sun. Just one. We need just one. I've been saying it since he got banned, which is so ridiculous. I don't understand why he got banned to this day. I think banning him was super unfair, but we gotta let Spiral have a format for 10 seconds, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then, like, now we have all these cards, and it's like, oh, now Tooting's a thing, and that's a thing, and all these decks that love to search down. I'm like, no, I've had enough. Bring him back. It's okay. We've had, what, 2 formats without him?
Without him.
Like, one of him, guess what? You know what? Everyone's like, okay, well, what will one Colossus do for decks that search? People will want to play Thunder again, and Thunder will become a more represented deck. I'm not saying it's going to be tier 1 because you only have one Colossus. Granted, good Thunder players can use that one Colossus very resourcefully. But I am saying that it will at least be represented more so that those search decks, if none of these search cards somehow get hit, at least it will be able to put those in check by having 2 decks play against one another instead of having to just hit a deck manually. So I'm just saying, I think that would be really cool, Konami. Bring Colossus to 1. Just one. Just one.
And for all you guys out there saying, like, oh, you can't do that, it's absolutely unfair. Have you read the new Nemesis cards? Yeah, we have, and they're actually really, really good. And I think it's fair. Yeah, right here on the couch, we're saying it. I think it's fair that you can be able to splash the Nemesis cards in any deck you want. Because you know what? Engines is literally what this entire list has been focusing on.
Invoked Elfish Shaddoll is a thing.
Shaddolls are an engine. Invoked is an engine. Like, there's so many engines out there. Sky Strikers was an engine. Like, being able to splash Nemesis in just so it's a 1-card Colossus in any deck, I think that's okay. So many people are main decking outs right now to big boss monsters that it's not really a big problem. And you know what? I don't think it's a sign of a healthy format, definitely don't. But many people are main decking Dark Ruler no more, so that would just shut it off anyways. I don't think Colossus is a big deal at 1.
Yeah, especially with Dark Ruler no more and those kinds of cards that can shut those like combo monsters off or those big like boss monsters. Like I think that's really fair. One Colossus isn't going to destroy anybody.
Yeah,
like,
Imperm, Kaijus, Lava Golem, Spear Mode, like there it is, all of them. Got rid of it. And the one of it, you can't recur it
I just want my son back. Just give me him for a format. Like, Jesus, you took Toad. Like, give me something. Like, give me something. I had to learn Adamantivators.
So speaking of cards that can come off the list, we only have 2 more, and it's Dragon Ruler. Any of them, it doesn't really matter. A lot of people think that the Fire one, what's his name?
I don't know. I literally don't.
The Fire one, he could come off. And there's no Fire decks out there minus Salad, and Salad's probably not going to play this card. So having the ability to just have another Dragon Ruler, let's see what the format can do with another Dragon Ruler. There's no Fire decks out there. Maybe you could like splash it in Dinosaurs because of the True Kings, but another card that could come back is also Astrograph Sorcerer. Unfortunately, Pendulums did not get any help whatsoever with this new Master Rule. They already freaking took Electromite away from Triff. Like, what else is there? Like,
I think
Astrograph can come back, and I would argue that without Electromite, Astrograph doesn't really do a ton anyways, so if you can just a little bit of a help to our Pendulum players out there.
Alright, moving on to semi-limits. This is a very small list. We don't like the semi-limited list. It's a really pointless list. Like, what's on there right now? Malicious and Tour Guide?
Yeah, there's like 3 other cards.
Like 5 cards? Like, okay. Like, I don't think the semi-limited list really serves much of a purpose other than to, like, maybe transition cards and, like, slowly bring them back. Or just keep Malicious there forever, it seems. So, poor guy, you know, he can't escape. He comes off, he comes on. But going into semi-limited, I mean, 1 might be a long shot for these, but we're gonna talk about my son. We're gonna talk about Toad. Hi, bud. How you doing? He's currently at 1, which is absolutely obnoxious. But I mean, Konami seems to like let me not play decks or have 1 copy of things. So Toad is at 1. I don't think he should be at 1. I think a lot of people were surprised when he got hit on the last ban list. I think people kind of came to terms with it, and they were like, okay, well, frogs are dead forever, which kind of sucks. Because it's a really fantastic rogue deck. It's really good. I still have the deck. I've rebuilt it 1,000 times. I think it would be good with 2. I think 2 Toads would be better.
It's still a good deck. Like, you just need to be a little bit more resourceful.
Yes, I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize. It'll be better with 2. It's good with 1, but it's not what the potential it could be. Like, with 3, it was phenomenal because you had 3 copies. You didn't have to worry about a lot. But 1 copy just kind of restrains you enough where it's like, do I really want to play this deck and risk it this much? Like, there are other decks to play. But 2 copies would be really cool. I don't love semi-limiting, but I think 2 would be really fair. I don't think it needs to be limited. I think think it's
and that being said too, like we already addressed this in our ban section, but I do think that the main reason that people were trying to, or that Konami was trying to hit this card specifically, was the Mermeld deck, because you can spam out 2 level 4s, go into Bahamut Shark, and then set up Toad. And if you are playing the Frog package, you can set up double Toad. But if we hit the Moulin Glacia and we just ban it outright, you're not ripping cards, you're just putting an additional negate on board. And it's a little bit easier for your opponent to like kind of deal with monster negates than it is ripping cards out of your hand. Like at least you can deal with a threat on the board, but not having the resources to deal with it, I would argue that's a little bit more fair.
And if they rip the card that you need to stop them out of your hand, then you lose that ability to even attempt, whereas if like you have cards at hand, you can attempt. So like it kind of goes into that right.
And I don't think we've seen a lot of the abuse that people thought we were going to see, or at least that maybe Konami thought we were going to see with Toad. No one in general has tried to spam out the 1 Toad as opposed to the 2 or the 3. So Toad coming back, I do appreciate the, you know, like the hesitance to having 3 Toads on board, but no one's trying that route, and you can clearly see that it's not an issue. So I think the problem was addressed preemptively, but it's not a problem, so we can just kind of bring it back.
I would like to see this be a more open format, really, at the end of the day. Like, I'm not saying this should be like a free-for-all and bring everything back, but I do want to see more of a variety in the format. Right now, it's just Needle Fiber, Jet Synchron,
Turbo,
O-Lion, everything. But like, if we bring back some more decks that have suffered hits in the last format or 2,
Jet Synchron the engine.
Yeah, I think it would be cool. Like, it's, I don't know, Jet Synchron the engine, because it's got me up. Okay, and then last on the semi-limited list,
for the same exact reason,
we have ABC Buster Dragon. I don't know why this card got hit. I mean, whatever. It's getting reprinted in OTS 13 as a super.
And Union Carrier just came out too, with Union Driver and the newest set.
Yeah, like it
Give them some help.
Yeah, it came out, and I just don't understand, like, why would you limit a card that's coming out in OTS 13 as super? No one's gonna want it or care, and it'll be worth nothing. So it just seems kind of goofy. I'm hoping they kind of have the foresight to be like, oh, we're probably gonna have to bring this back. And it's ABCs. Like, ABCs are ruining everyone's life right now. Not even that. Like, not even shade. It's just like, no one's freaking out about ABCs. And like, if they are, then maybe they should be. It's about time like ABCs came back from the dead and like did something. Like, we have a friend in locals who loves ABCs, and like, I would love for him to be able to play ABCs.
Yeah, ABCs are just like, it's a really good deck. It's a nice rogue deck. I mean, arguably it's tier 2, maybe 1.5 deck if you're like the best ABC player.
It should have its guy back.
Yeah, like there's no reason to, like, we're allowing decks like Salamangreat to live, but ABC gets
like ABC,
phoned.
Paleo gets hit, Frogs, like, it does, like, okay.
On to our unlimited list, we have 2 cards.
2 cards.
First and foremost, Tour Guide. Everybody knows Tour Guide can come
In
off.
my dream, Tour Guide came back.
Yeah, there's no, I mean, BA can have it. We could even technically talk about, if we want to move back up to the semi-limited list, like some of the BA cards. BA's not doing anything. No offense. We love BA. It's a great deck, fun deck. But like, they don't really have a gigantic win condition. It's just spam a bunch of cards, maybe go into Boral Sword, but give them back Seer, give them Graph, whatever is on the list. Like, we weren't even around for BA format. But
I'd like to see it.
Yeah, everything that we've seen, it's not a threat. Like, no more so than like Toad or ABC Buster Dragon. So if we can give them Tour Guide and maybe even some other cards back to help them out, go for it.
And again, it comes back to like the potential of these decks. Like, we know what some of these decks did in their prime format, but like clearly there's a lot more differentiation in this format with the cards with negation cards, with combo cards, control cards, everything. The whole format's different now. Everything has changed. So I think it would be really interesting to let that potential come back.
Yeah, and once again, like, just to argue, this format also has, every deck is main decking at least 6, if not 12 hand traps, so that's a lot more interruption that you have to worry about. So all these, like, gigantic boards that everyone's fearing about, like, they're not really going to get there if you're playing your decks right. We're not hand trap fans, but, like, we're playing them because you have to right now. So giving a deck like BA a chance to shine, it's not, just let him have it. Let him have it. It's okay. She's cute. Let her have it. Let her come back.
We love a good tour guide, don't we?
And then the next card, the final card, Tops. What is it?
What is it, Tops?
Maxi. Yeah, this is a ridiculous format. If you guys haven't seen it, I mean, clearly Jet Synchron is the main culprit of all of these combos, but Nibiru does nothing. Adamancipator can literally just play right
like,
through it.
Oh, cool, more cards.
And then you Nibiru an Eldritch player who's playing the combo version, they set 4 paths. Like, you still have to play through 3 interruptions. To give us back that Max C, I know this is a very controversial card, and I know that a lot of people get triggered, but I do think it's inevitable until this card comes off the ban list. It may not happen in this list, may not happen the next list, but it is inevitable for Max C to come back.
It can't come to 1 because then it's just a win con and then it's just not fair.
It's
but like at 3, I think it would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
We've never played Max C. We know, we've heard the stories. No one needs to let us know, but I think it would be a time.
Max C the 3 would be fun.
I mean, granted, take this with a grain of salt, guys.
And it's interesting too, because you've seen Konami go through the motions of here's some hand traps, and then here's some combo starters, here's some floodgates, here's some more hand traps, here's Nibiru, here's Dark Ruler no more. Combo decks are still the most prevalent in the game, no matter what Konami releases. So maybe Max C is the only way to kind of put combo decks in check. I would argue that, like, as I just said, Adamantipator, Eldritch, all these ridiculous combo decks out there, all of these threats, they don't matter. They just play right through them. So a Max C might at least make your opponent think, like, wow, what can I do? What shouldn't I do? How far should I extend? It's more of a mind game card than it is an actual, like, interactive card.
I think that would be hilarious, to be honest with you.
And it might be needed at this point. The game's really unhealthy.
And of course, it just gets rebanned, so.
Yeah, there it is. And then, once again, don't think it's going to happen, but just honorable mentions. Sky Striker, the Striker need a hit? Like, do we just have to ban Ray at this point?
I guess.
It just won the LCS. Shout out again.
People have been talking about bringing Widowmaker to 3. Now that the LCS was just one with Striker, I'm really hesitant on anything Striker related coming back. I don't like Widowmaker as a card. I don't think it is a fair card.
Especially because Mind Control's at 1. Like, why would we move Mind Control at 1?
Widowmaker and then hit Mind Control? It's, I don't know, it seems kind of goofy.
And Sky Striker is just like Sala. It's one of those decks where it has room to play 15 hand traps. So it's one of those decks that it's really annoying to play against. It's already been super duper meta. Oh my god, is it budget?
It's like $2 for anything.
But you need to play like Access Code Talker for your one card. Yeah, but like that's it. That's it. Everything else is 10 cents. So Sky Striker, maybe it needs to be hit, maybe it doesn't need to be hit.
Let us know.
Yeah, and then of course there's just other cards that can potentially come off the ban list. Everyone's talking about Pantheism.
Oh yeah, Pantheism.
Yeah, like there's a billion cards that could potentially come off the ban list. Do we think they will? No. But
maybe.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
Konami. It'd be cool if Konami would let us know. But anyway, if this list seems a little small or a little like limited, but like I don't think this is going to be a super big ban list, and I feel like we even said a lot.
Yeah, we said a lot, and these are more just like our wishes and like kind of hopes. The predictions and wish list at the same time. This is what we've seen playing because we have been playing online a lot. We have been, like playing each other, playing a bunch of different decks, and we're able to address the problems via that. And this is just our opinion. So let us know in the comment section down below what your opinion is and why you think these cards either need to be banned, limited, or unlimited, or whatever, or why they need to stay in the game to be healthy. Does it promote healthy game state? What's not promoting a healthy game state?
It's
and
a
what
conversation.
Could we do to change it?
It's not us telling you like, oh, this is it. Like we want to let you guys know what we are thinking so that you can let us know what you are thinking.
Yeah.
But and again, this is a conversation. This is not us telling you like, hey, this is fact. This is what it is. We're not telling you. We're inviting you to a conversation so that you can tell us what you think and vice versa. So it's like it's a conversation.
So hopefully in the next 10 days or so, we will know exactly what the ban list looks like, what the upcoming format is going to look like as we proceed into this new in real life gameplay.
Yay.
We hope that returns soon. We miss it. We miss everyone to you. We miss going to events. We miss sitting across from actually our friends and just like people at locals, people at regionals, YCS, and just playing in life Yu-Gi-Oh! Like just card for card, hand for hand, being able to actually pick up real cards and read them as opposed to scrolling over them and having to squint at a screen. For us old people who can't read.
But yeah, thanks for joining us on the couch again. It's been a while. We know it's been a long time since we did a couch video. It's just been absolutely busy and crazy and everything's been going on, so we're finally done. We're finally back on the couch. We have more time. We're doing more things. New lore video coming on Thursday, hopefully. I finally got it all together. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and hanging out with us. It's always a good time. We miss being on the couch. We'll try to be on the couch more often. It's summer now, so it's going to be a fun time.
And while we're here on the couch, let us know what you guys want to see too. We love doing these couch talks. We love having like conversations with you guys one-to-one or just like as a group as a whole in the comment section. So let us know what videos you're looking forward to in the future so we can do that and just have these conversations more often.
So that being said, we love you. You matter. You're perfect. Haha. I was like, why are you picking up the bug? You're great. You're wonderful. You're awesome. I hope you have a stellar Tuesday, my Starlight babes. Tots, do you want to say bye?
Bye, guys. Love you. Have a great Tuesday. Wow.
All right. Have a great day, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think. You're awesome.
Have a good Tuesday, guys. Bye.
Mwah.